amongst we've got Mr. Elegant here, Samurai Jiu-Jitsu, is that right, Rev?
Yeah, Cobat Ju.
Cobat Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, Cobat Ju.
My apologies. I've just been rushed on with this one, with Leeds. I do apologise, mate. So give us a little bit of information about yourself, a little bit of your history, where you started, where you are now, and where you see yourself going in the future.
Sure, well, I started training pre-dawn of history before the dinosaurs arrived on the planet. So I've been involved nearly 50 years in training, teaching, and coaching martial arts. I hold an 8-dan black belt in Combat Jiu-Jitsu, but I've always cross-trained, had an open mind to other arts as well. And I've also competed amateur, semi-pro, professional as a cage fighter, and also in the submission and grappling scene as well. So right across the board, really. But my speciality really is trying to make combative use of jiu-jitsu techniques that were originally Japanese jiu-jitsu, which I call now British jiu-jitsu, and just adapting it to a more practical purpose in this day and age, really.
Superb. So your sort of jiu-jitsu journey, you said you cross-trained before.
Yeah.
What kind of arts have you had a look at? What kind of things have led into your jiu-jitsu? And
I started off with back in 1975 in Kung Fu, the Bruce Lee era. Everybody started there, which I've done. Done a little bit of Taekwondo for a while, and then quite a lot of Aikido, Aikijitsu, which gradually brought me on to jiu-jitsu and its roots. There was nothing really, I come from Bristol, there was nothing really in the southwest of England, so I had to travel far and few. So I never had one instructor. I trained under many, and obviously they're all slightly different, different ways of practicing. So I guess in the end, it's an amalgamation of a lot of techniques and a lot of systems that I learned, and sort of bring them down to suit my own needs, really.
So again, going on to what sort of makes your jiu-jitsu stand apart?
Yeah.
What is it that gives it that sort of unique feel for you, mate?
So I always try to keep an honesty in martial arts and sort of try and train with a realistic view. So I tested myself in many full contact arenas, really just to see how these techniques would hold up under pressure. So I guess what I've done is streamline the techniques and try to make them a little bit more practical for today's use. In comparison to maybe some of the older school style of the jiu-jitsu.
Awesome. So, where do you see yourself going in the future? What's sort of the goal that you're working towards?
To be honest, it's to still be out there teaching and training. I'm 62 next month, and it's been a long journey for me. And I've achieved a lot of things I set out to do as a young man, and really I've sort of reached that point where I've achieved really everything I wanted to do. So my sons carry on my legacy. They keep that going. They do most of the training. So now I can sort of pick and choose. I'm semi-retired, but I still like to train small groups of people one-to-one and come up and do seminars whenever asked. And it's just to still be out there and getting my stuff over and for people to enjoy it.
I don't think you ever stop, do you? You
don't really.
When you're in martial arts, you're in it for life, aren't you?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
So that's good to see. So last question from me. If you had one piece of advice to give yourself 20 years ago, what would it be?
Probably I would have liked to maybe have found jiu-jitsu a little sooner than I did. I went through many other arts where there was something missing in them, and I couldn't quite pinpoint until I come across jiu-jitsu and realised that's probably what I've been looking for. So, but in a way, maybe the journey was the right thing to do anyway, though, yeah.
That's quite a profound way of looking at it. So, Kevein, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Are you going to be at any other events throughout this year? Have you got?
I'll probably be down at the Festival of Martial Arts at Mat running, so we're looking into doing that next, yeah.
Superb. Well, hopefully, if I don't catch you on the mats today, I'll catch you on the mats at the festival.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, you're welcome.
Cheers.
Thank you.